Hello, Nosiness, how are we? Good. I'm coming up for 5 years sober from alcohol. Thank you. I just do drugs now. That's not even a joke. But I've been trying to make some lifestyle changes recently. So I'm trying to eat a bit better. I'm doing couch 5k, so that's good. I put myself back in therapy, the whole drug thing. So all good changes. But kind of deeper down on a more important level, I've been making a conscious effort to be more nosy in my day-to-day life. Just good old-fashioned nosiness. I think it's a dying part of our culture, you know, with the advent of social media. Every town used to have like that nosy cunt. By the laughs, I think everyone knows who that nosy cunt is. But I think like rather than looking out the window these days, they're kind of just looking at their phone. So I'm kind of training to be the nosy cunt of my town, and it's going really good. I really like it. I think it's good for the soul, and I feel good about doing it too because I've kind of convinced myself that the main reason I'm doing it is kind of as an act of allegiance with the feminist movement of Ireland. That's only partially bullshit, and I'll tell you why. You see, men talk a lot of shit about women who, you know, love gossip and drama, but I think it's completely unwarranted because we love it just as much, if not more. Men are just more passive about it. They're kind of too lazy to go looking for it themselves. So I kind of like to think about it a bit like the plains of Africa. You know, it's the lionesses. It's the lionesses that you know, catch and hunt and kill and drag it back to the den. Women are the lionesses of nosiness and drama. Men, they stay home. For some reason they think it's beneath them. They just wait for the tidbits to be delivered, like spoils of war. Because we've, like, as a gender, we've kind of collectively kid ourselves into thinking that we don't care about drama. Now, notions, I'm not sure if anyone here has met a man. You'll know that's not true. Because as soon as my girlfriend goes, "You're never going to believe this," I'm fucking giggling and kicking my legs like it's no. So ladies, you're lionesses. Men, vultures. Waiting, patient, mostly creepy. Just kind of waiting in the rafters for a woman to go, "Don't tell anyone I told you this," but. And they fucking light up like Christmas trees. And as men, we feel the need to respond in a way that shows we're not too eager, but we'll still get the gossip. So I kind of have an old reliable, slightly disinterested, who am I going to tell? Who am I going to tell? And like that's good enough to get the goss. And I get to feast on the corpse of freshly painted workplace scandal. And that's my favourite type of scandal because the last workplace scandal I heard about in Cork was there was a pregnancy at a staff night out, and just fucking inject that in my veins because I love that. So I'm really trying to embrace my inner lioness and just kind of lean into my nosiness unapologetically. So for instance, I'll tell you a story. Last year I changed my phone number and I started getting like missed calls and voicemails and text messages. But a lot of them were talking about like seeing the kids and custody battles, and as far as I'm aware, I'm not involved in any custody battles because I don't want any of my kids. And so like I found out anyway that the person who owned my phone number before me was a girl from Dublin called Kira. She might be in tonight. And so I really enjoyed role playing as Kira for the last year because for the past 365 days. Kira's ex-husband, who, for all his faults, is an incredibly persistent man, has been hounding my WhatsApp with voicemails and voice notes about how much he misses me and how bad of a mother I am, which, like, I took offense at. He doesn't know who I am. So eventually, recently, I had to kind of say, the jig's up. Look, I'm not Kira, I'm Sam. I'm not even from Dublin. And you know, he responded, he was like, "Oh, sorry buddy, you know, Happy New Year's anyway, you know, wish you well." Now, I'm not sure if anyone here knows what time of year it is. New Year's is not even close to August. I appreciated his sincerity though, if not for the fact that the very next day he continued to hound me with voice notes. but the thought is what counts. But that's one of my favourite shows recently. I'll tell you another quick story. So I kind of think of gossip a bit like drugs, surprisingly. You kind of want more the more you do it. So I've kind of transcended from normal gossip to like towing the line between private investigator and someone who probably has like an anarchist manifesto on them. So I'll just kind of tell one more story. So I've been driving my girlfriend's car recently, and she has one of them kind of like Bluetooth transmitters that you plug into the cigarette lighter. I don't know if anyone here knows what I'm on about. So basically you just plug it in, you pair it, you tune it to 108, and you're good to go. Now, what I've realised in my era of nosiness is if you plug it in, you tune it to 108, but you don't pair it, it kind of looks for the Bluetooth around the place. Or like, I don't know, I'm a struggling comedian, I don't know what I'm talking about. But it works, is the main thing. So now, rather than just listening to Spotify in the car like a normal person, I just drive in the car to radio static, like a serial killer, and just await the faint sounds of like Joe Rogan talking about transgender gorillas or something fizzling over the airwaves. So that's my new radio show. But what I just found out as well is it doesn't just like pick up songs and podcasts and shows and stuff. It also picks up one side of a phone call. Now that's my favourite feature. So now I haven't listened to music in the car in the last like 4 months when I'm alone. Like, if you can tell, this is very much a me time activity. So like I kind of turned into Cork's version of the FBI, just listening in on phone calls. Like I'm fully expecting like RTE to do an Edward Snowden type expose on me. But for now, I'm good to go. So just as an example, I was waiting in traffic and a car pulled up beside me and a phone call started coming in over the airwaves, and the opening line made me perk my ears like a pig searching for a truffle. So what it was a woman who was talking to who I presume is her husband, and the opening line was, "You fat piggy bastard. You fat piggy bastard. You've eaten 4 Whiskas in a row. You've gone out, you've ruined your dinner, and you know our friends are coming over for dinner." Now, that got my attention. And I was on his side because I was role-playing his responses and he was really reasonable. But the paration continued. So she was saying like, "You've no fucking self-control, you fat fuck." Fat piggy bastard was a prominent catchphrase for her. And I was on his side. I looked over, he was looking very stressed. Now, his defense was a bit shaky considering the fact we were in the drive-thru of a McDonald's. And then, like, just lastly, I was thinking, if a car pulled up behind me who happened to also have that transmitter, didn't pair it, and started listening into me, listening into him, getting berated about eating 4 Whiskas in a row, I was thinking, like, what would they think? Because in my head, I'm like a fucking Cold War operative intercepting radio transmissions, or Batman on a skyscraper picking up police chatter. But like, in all honesty, it's probably closer to like that part of a murder documentary where you're like, I can kind of see why he'd kill all those people and turn them into furniture. That's my time. Thank you very much.